All right, everyone. We are doing an edit for the architecture pictures that you're taking this week. I want to show you ways that you can organize those and do an edit where we create layers. So I'm going to open a few architecture images here that I have in my downloads. Let's open a couple more just in case. Let's see what else I have. Oh, this will be a good one. Maybe I'll get my old art room too. So we'll see if I can. I know I have that in downloads. There it is. Open that one. I'm going to open one more because I saw it right next to it. Looks like a fun one. Lockers. All right. So I have a few architecture images. Some are outdoor buildings. Some are indoor architecture. It can be anything, doorways, bridges, anything that's man-made that's considered architecture. So I have my dogs, but the dogs are sitting on an architectural form. So I could still use that. If you have people or animals in with your picture, that's okay. The reason I'm having you do this is just to practice getting pictures of different things. So architectural forms work really well for this. We're going to make some layers. So we're going to start, I think I'll start with my new room. We'll start with my new room. You can do an enhanced edit, and then you can, if you need to crop, remember you can crop things in if you want to get a little closer. And then this one is going to be my background. I'm going to build on that. It's a little close. I want to zoom away. So this magnifying glass, remember you can zoom in or zoom out. So I'm going to zoom out just a little on that one because it's huge. And then I'm going to layer, I think I'm going to layer my old room on top, and I'm going to make it a little see-through. So go to your move tool, and then you pull it up just like you did with your ABCs, and we're going to hover and drop. So I dropped the picture right on top. It's a little bit different size, but I think it'll work. If it were way too small, I would use my Command T, and I would hold the shift down, and I could make it bigger or smaller. So that will work if your pictures don't line up the way you want them to. Or if you only want part of it, like maybe I only want this doorway here. So I'm going to make it that much bigger. Now, you can't see the background, but it's there. A way to make it see-through overall, the whole image, would be to go on your right here, see where my cursor is? There's 2 layers right now. Go to the opacity, and you can change that. I'm going to change it to about 70 here, and we'll see what that looks like. Also, if we move this over, you also have you have control here of, you can just play around to get it exactly how you want it. I kind of like the idea of just having a slight image of my old room showing through. Maybe just a little more. Okay. And that's how I'm going to leave it right now. I don't really like this garbage can or the computers, but we'll see. I could maybe get rid of those later just by doing a little erasing. So now I move this over on me. I'm going to move back to my tools. I'm going to find another layer. So I'm asking that you do 3 layers on this one. Yeah, I don't know if I want that. I think those 2 would be nice together, but not necessarily on this picture. I'm going to use these lockers, but I don't want all of the lockers. So if you want to choose just a part of a picture, there's tools here to do that. There are shape tools here. So you could choose a rectangle, a circle, some longer line areas. You also can do kind of a free form, which is, they call it the lasso tool, but basically you decide what you want to pick, so you just go around something that you want. And then this last one is you just click on an area and it selects it. So you could select a certain area. I don't want that area, so I'm going to deselect. I think I'm going to use, under this tool, there's also, let me get on the corner here. There's also a polygonal tool. I'm going to use that one because that one gives me straight edges, but I can get them, they don't have to be perfectly square or perfectly triangular or circular. So I can click on a corner here and get exactly what I want. So maybe, okay, I kind of screwed up there. Hold on. I'm going to deselect. It'll let me in a minute here. Okay, deselect. It might do that on you. It might get crazy. That's okay. My picture's too close again, so I want to zoom back so I can get what I need. There we go. So I'm going to pick what I want out of this picture. I only want a section of the lockers, so I'm going to take it here and click here and over here. I'm just going to pick the section that I want. I'm only going to go to here, I think. I don't want the whole, oh. So I picked out the area that I want to select now. I'm not going to take anything else, but I need to go to my move tool. And then I can actually take this, move it up. Oh, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. And I can plop it on there. Now, I don't like quite how that looks, but I think this might cover my garbage cans where I don't like it. So I'm going to put this in here, maybe right here. I'm going to use my Command T, make it a little bigger for me. Hold my shift down so I don't lose proportion. We're going to make it curl here. There we go. I do like that. And I'm going to turn it a little so it fits in the page. These are tools you should know how to use just from the basics that we did earlier. And now that stands out kind of like a sore thumb here. So I want to make it so they're really solid here, but then they fade into the background. So I need to fade this area out. There's lots of ways to do that. I'm going to show you one particular tool because I think it'll come in handy no matter what layer you put on here. So it's an eraser tool. So this eraser here, it looks like half dark and half light eraser. And now your menu changed above. You can make it larger. So my eraser's that big now. I want it bigger than that. I'm going to make it quite a bit bigger because I'm going to fade out a whole area. So I'm going to make it quite a bit bigger. And because I want to blend in, I don't want a sharp cutoff, I'm going to make the hardness way down. That gives me more of an edge like this one rather than the sharper edge. So when I erase, it's going to erase everything right now because my opacity is at 100. I want to blend in, so I'm going to bring it down a little, maybe around 50%. We'll do that. And now I got to check my layer. I'm on that top layer that I want to erase. So I can come in here and see how it's erasing just part of it. That 50% is allowing me to leave a little bit of a picture. And every time I click over to erase this a little more, but it's making the lockers look like they're fading into the image. And you could play around with that with your images too. I will put some examples on Classroom of what other students have done. There's a lot of really nice work out there. This project, fairly simple, using a lot of the tools. You guys are going to be using the selection tools, the eraser tool, and you're going to be playing around with layers and opacity on this one. So you're using quite a few of the tools, but it's a fairly simple concept. Enjoy. I hope you have fun with this one, and I look forward to seeing what you make.